Hello guys, welcome back to the final analysis session of my financial predictions. We have NVIDIA and we'll cover gold. Today is the last day of January, so this is the last day officially. Both of these charts were extremely accurate as always, guys. I mean, you guys know me. You have watched my work. You guys know that my predictions are extremely accurate. In fact, they are the most accurate out of everyone else. I mean, no one else has this level. No one else reaches this quality, okay? So we had a very volatile last week for especially NVIDIA, but also for gold. You'll see right now what I mean by that, but you can see that the crash, the massive crash NVIDIA suffered on the 27th of January. We talked about this on the last one. We also talk about how I predicted this. For example, right here you can see the red circle, the green circle signaling extreme volatility for that day. That's exactly what we got, and the red circle is the one entering that day. So very, very powerful correction. After that, we see a very strong recovery on the 28th. This was kind of unexpected in the sense that it's very, very bizarre to see such a thing. My only guess is that this is complete market manipulation, okay? This is just completely unexpected, especially in these last days of the month, okay? So it was a rather powerful impulse. Basically, kind of recovers the entire day of the crash, but just because it couldn't hold this, it dumps even lower on the next day, which is why I really think this day, the 28th of January, was a very explicit market manipulation move by the stock market. The next day, which is the 29th, okay, a correction, we already talked about this, and the 30th of January, we saw a very volatile day in both directions. You can see that it crashes and then it recovers swiftly. So when it recovers, it's essentially the same position where the day begins. So a complete yellow day with strong uptrend energies, just like I told you, and it will happen, okay? And for this last day of the month, just a complete and powerful correction, okay? You see that the price was beginning to go upwards in the first couple hours of the day, only to go after that completely south. You can see that from the highest point to the lowest, we're talking 6%, so this is quite massive. Very, very powerful movements. Like I said, extreme volatility for this last week of January. So I will continue doing NVIDIA. You guys know why, because it's one of the most important stocks to analyze. It basically covers the entire or almost the entire stock market, just covering one single chart. I mean, it's not quite, but it's kind of the general overview of the things, okay? It's kind of even like analyzing an entire indicator on its own. So that's why I will continue NVIDIA unless you actually say in the comments that you don't want to see NVIDIA anymore and you want to see something else. Let's go for gold. And you can see very, very volatile also last week for gold. Just like I told you, I mean, gold really spikes when there's lots of geopolitical movements, trending actions, in this case the inauguration of the president, all of that. Whenever you have that really powerful stuff, gold really likes to spike. So we see that after the crash, again very powerful on the 27th, a recovery on the 28th. Just like I told you, these days were going to be very volatile. 27, 28 yellow days as well, very, very volatile. You can see exactly what I mean by this. Now, after that, I told you that from the 29 to the 30, or one of these 2 days, we could see a correction. That's actually what we saw on the 29th of January, on the first hours. Then it recovers, and where it basically ends, it's basically almost the same position, okay? Even if just slightly lower than it started. So it's technically a correction for most of the day, but it recovered, so it was a yellow day after all. Just proving how gold is really very crazy, very bizarre compared to analyzing stocks on the final days. But again, all of that was predicted, guys. I told you about this, and for the last 2 days, which is today and yesterday, we see powerful volatility. We see that the 30 was a day shared by the red circle and the yellow circle. So because this is an alternative circle, you already know the tutorial, go back and watch it if you don't know what I mean. But basically, it's just one of these 2 days we're going to see a correction. It doesn't mean in any of these cases that we're going to see 2 consecutive green or 2 consecutive yellow or 2 consecutive red days, okay? Sometimes it does happen, but most of the times it just means one of these 2 days, okay? So on the 30, we see right as it begins, the day really spikes a lot. This is quite powerful because we're talking about more than 1%, okay? For gold, this is basically unheard of, okay? It's very rare to see gold spiking that much in a percentage like that. So that was the case for the 30, and for the 31, which is today, another very volatile day. Maybe not as volatile as yesterday, but still goes up again. Okay, so yeah, gold, it seems to be the exact opposite in the last final days of any given month, basically, compared to most other stocks. Whereas you have stocks and even cryptocurrencies going very hard with a very hard crash on the last final days, it seems that gold really likes to spike things up, and it moves with lots of volatility. So it's quite interesting because gold always goes up. In fact, when you don't see gold going up, it's because the world is at peace, basically. Just because I want to show you what I mean by that exact last sentence that I told you, let's take a look at the crypto chart so you can watch with your own eyes what I mean. Okay, so look at this. For example, we see crypto, Bitcoin, but this is basically a reference across many other, if not all of the other cryptocurrencies, okay? So we see that extreme corrections, powerful corrections for the last 2 days. In the case of Bitcoin only on this last day of the month, which is what I expected right here. You can see the red circle right there. But if we go to the Solana chart, for example, we can see that red day started on the 30 as well, because this is where it's somewhere around here is where it starts, somewhere around here is where it ends. So 2 consecutive red days. Bitcoin only got the best of it because it performed better than other cryptocurrencies. But you can see exactly what I mean by gold really does the opposite, okay? Gold likes to spike, go up on the last final days, whereas stocks and even cryptocurrencies like to go down, okay? That's exactly what I predicted. That's exactly what I told my people to be careful about trading these days, scouting for some opportunities in the market. It's going to be hard when you have red days, okay? So that's basically all I have for you. Like I said, I will make the February predictions very soon. Expect the next video in Monday, I think. But like I told you guys, you have the opportunity to suggest anything that you want me to cover. Again, only traditional finance, not cryptocurrencies. I have a separate channel dedicated entirely to cryptocurrencies, okay? So only give me suggestions for traditional finance, okay? If you want Forex, if you want, I don't know, silver, if you want commodities, if you want an indicator like the SP500 or the BXI, whatever, or if you want stocks, okay? Anything of that category, just write down in the comments what you want to see. And the one that gets the most popularity, I'll cover that, okay? So having said that, I wish you a good day. I invite you to subscribe, share, and like, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.